What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Lumsden Motorsports Garage. I'm Wade Lumsden. Today we're going to work some more on the tough truck. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to come at this motor here, and I don't think I'm going to get it completely stripped down. I only have a little bit of time right now, but I'm going to try to pull off some of this excess stuff that I know we don't need, and try to uncover everything that's there so we can have at it. A little bit later here. The owl got the turbo 400 pulled out, so here it is. We're gonna have to get that thing up on a bench and get the shift kit in it. That'll be coming up here pretty soon too, so getting excited. Sooner or later that made it to that inside the truck, and then we have a whole host of other issues that we'll have to work through, like drive line and space and all of that stuff. So let me have at this thing for a little bit and I'll come back to you. Okay guys, got a bunch of stuff stripped off here. Sorry, my glove's in the way. Stripped off. Anybody need boat parts? Anyways, bunch of hoses. These manifolds here are god-awful heavy for this thing, and it's nuts. But still got some more stuff to pull off, right? We'll end up yanking that off. There is so much water-cooled stuff on here. So here, this had a hose that went here and all the way back. And then if you follow this line here, it goes up to the oil filter, right? So they used water that cooled the oil, right? And then they did the same thing for power steering, right? So this had hoses that, there's another one way over there that did the same thing. And then even the fuel, look at this, the Mercruiser cool fuel, they had a hose that came down through here, ran through here. Maybe I can pull this off and show you. So water ran through here, but fuel, this went to the filter on this side, right? Came in, goes out, and then goes up to the motor. So kind of cool. Don't know if that placement is going to work for us or not. Probably not. So probably look at moving that. Don't know what I'm going to do here. Potentially this will stay in the same spot. It might move. I don't know. We're not exactly running, for hours on end at full wide open throttle. It's really 3 to 5 to 10 minutes. The full contact tough trucks, we usually run, 10 minutes ish, right? So do I need an oil cooler for 10 minutes? Probably not. So I don't know what I'm going to do. But there's a lot of extra on here, right? Talking about being concerned for clearance. This is just a fuel filter. So I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes right now. This is just a fuel filter. So that can, move. And I could probably get rid of the whole fuel system here. The pump is in there too, and put a fuel pump somewhere else on the truck. I don't know. And the oil filter, right? Like it's here, and it's hoses and it's lines, so I can run those wherever I want to run them. So not sure if the goal is going to be literally to try to keep it as tight of a package as I can and leave it all there, right? Because the computer, everything's on here. So good to see. I did check out the flywheel. Again, I'm not a big block guy, so I wasn't sure what was, you know, internally, externally balanced. I didn't know any of that stuff, but this came off of a 454. Got the big weight on it, so answers my question. That looks like it's going to bolt right on there. No problem. I'm going to have to get myself some flex plate bolts. Actually, we have the bolts. I just need some washers. Al just delivered me some Gorilla tape. I think this is going to be my stopping point for now. We're going to tape up the ports so nothing gets in there until the next time that we come at it. This was power steering hose, came off the back here, but it's tucked in there, right there, in a way that I couldn't get it out until I drop that, or move this, or both, you know. So yeah, good times. I think we're gonna set this thing back down, seal it up, and come back at it again another day. But we're getting a whole lot closer. One of the next steps is going to be getting the shift kit in that thing and getting it bolted to the back of this. And then this is a marine starter. It looked like the flex plate was the exact same size, same tooth count, all that stuff. So I'm hoping that this starter is just going to work, and that we won't have to change that out. You know, the goal is to do the least amount possible and get it shoved in there and make it fit, and make a boat motor fly. So, all right, guys, I think I'm done for the night. We're gonna get this thing sealed up and set back down on the ground, and we'll come back to you later. Peace. Okay, hit a snag. This here flex plate came off of a 2 rear piece main seal big block, and I need a 1 piece rear main seal big block. They do have different external weights on them. Big blocks are externally balanced. So I guess instead what I'm gonna do is, yeah, I gotta go buy one. Unfortunately, nowhere in town here has one, so I have to drive back to Reno and get myself get myself a flex plate. I had plenty of time to do a bunch of stuff today if things were just gonna roll, but I hate hitting a roadblock like that. So I'm gonna stop here for the day. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Any questions, comments, concerns down below, and wish us luck. We're gonna come back at it again. We needed some hardware and stuff too, but stores are already closed today. So yeah, kind of brought ourselves to a halt when we just ran out of stuff and the wind came up. So like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Questions, comments, concerns down below. Since my brother already took off, don't forget to keep the dirty side down, and we will catch you next video. Peace.